Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Johannesburg Dialogues. I'm your host Naomi, and today I'm talking about a sensitive case that occurred last October in the Naledi Township, specifically in Soweto, Johannesburg, which is in South Africa. Unfortunately, 7 children lost their life due to a food-borne related illness or contaminated good that was found in the alleged snacks that the children purchased. This contaminated good, or specifically the pesticide that was found in the snack, was called tuberose, which is used to kill rats. And essentially, the children that were found to have purchased these snacks were living in close proximity within each other in the Naledi Township, which sparked massive outrage within the community. And so, just a little bit about South Africa's history. Apartheid occurred from 1948 to early 1990s, and it was just a set of laws that segregated Black and colored people from white communities, white outlets such as supermarkets, grocery stores, and education, and it really just created this segregated system similar to the one in the US, but the laws were still different in the sense that Black and colored people were not allowed to have access to similar resources and goods that white people were able to have. And so what Black and colored people did during this time, just so they could have a sense of community, a sense of ownership themselves, was they created and tapped into these informal markets, such as Spaza shops. And Spaza shops, which emerged during apartheid era, still exist to this day. And not only does it create a sense of community for Black and colored people within the townships, which is considered informal settlements, it allows people to be able to purchase convenient goods at a valuable price. And unfortunately, these children were victims of these contaminated goods. But then it raises question, where did these children purchase these goods from? Unfortunately, because the product was found purchased from a foreign-owned Spaza shop, it also increased the sense of xenophobia in South Africa, specifically within the township. So questions of xenophobia and how to address this in a more socially acceptable way has also emerged. What else does this also raise into question is how can Spaza shops be considered formal and no longer in the informal market? Spaza shops, which are located within the townships, are part of $1 billion industry. Townships have so much entrepreneurship, so much livelihood, so much culture. So how can owners be able to have this sense of entrepreneurial spirit and just really just ensure that the products they're selling within the community are of quality? And so there was a grant that was released from about April, May of this year to help and support these Spaza shop owners. And what does it mean for lawmakers in South Africa as far as addressing this sensitive issue? Because unfortunately, the lives of those 7 children are not the only ones that were lost. So stay tuned for my Spaza shop series as I break down the continued history of South Africa, the legacy of apartheid, and what